You are now rocking with the Patio PolitiCz.
What up, world? We here, we live. Patio PolitiCz, Underneath the Patio, man. We here chopping up big game. Good evening, good night, good morning, wherever you are, man. Peace and love and blessings to you. Man, we pray and hope that all is blessed and well with you and your family, man. We live, we here. Fellas, how y'all feeling?
Man, A1.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mac?
Steak sauce. Glad to be back, man.
Yes, sir. Another time of it, man. We here. We got a dope topic for y'all, man. Make sure before I tell y'all the topic, like, share, subscribe. Please do that. And if you ain't following us, the link is down below. Make sure that y'all go follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all those good streaming platforms. I mean, all them social media platforms, man. Make sure y'all do that. But today, fellas, we're going to be talking about some deep shit, you know. I heard a lot of y'all women be mad talking shit saying we need a woman on the show. Bring your ass on the show if you want to. Because when I invite y'all, y'all be scared or too busy. Come get this fade, man. Look, this ain't a show where we just debating for clickbait and likes and trying to be throwing water at each other. This ain't Love and Hip Hop or Zeus Network. We not doing that shit. That's not what we do. This is for healthy, comfortable, open, transparent conversation to provide solution and resolution to uprise our culture and people. That's what it's for. So those that do want to come, please, man, hit us up, DM us, email us. The email is down below. Make sure y'all hit us up, and y'all free to come anytime and get that ass chewed up, man.
Let's connect, let's build, and let's understand.
Yes, understand. Understand as well, too. So today, fellas, the topic is going to be mandatory DNA testing and child support lawsuits. Should there be mandatory DNA testing after a child is born? And what do y'all think about this whole child support lawsuit? Meaning if a cat is paying for 5-10 years and it ain't his, should the woman have to pay back? Or if now they allocate in court that she has to provide proof of whatever the earnings is from the child support, if she can't provide proof that it's going to the child, that she has to pay that man back child support. Yeah, Trump working. Yes. Yes. Hey, so y'all think about that. Y'all think about that too. I know y'all ladies gonna be mad. Bring your ass on the show and we can have a part 2, y'all. Like, for real. So no, we're not advocating the fuck boys, as y'all call it, or the cats who hit it, quit it, mislead you, leave out your life. No, they should pay if they're doing that, and they should honor their responsibilities. You dig what I'm saying? And honor their obligations. However, those that just be trapping cats and want to play the games, you got some women that are scoundrels, you know, harlots, charlatans that say a child is someone's, but it's not, and they know it's somebody else's, and they'll put child support on this good dude who's being father and let the other cat that they was having entanglement with go be free and make other babies, and that's not cool either. So yeah, you mad, holla at me, but y'all don't go nowhere. We're gonna get into that theme, man, and we'll be back, man. It's the Patio PolitiCz.
We hope you stay a while, cause it's right for life. Trying to be part of your life. We got whatever you like. Come on and just give us a try, yeah. Cause it's right for life. Trying to be part of your life. We got whatever you like, yeah. Come on and just give us a try, yeah. I said it's right up for life. Come in with the shows that you like. We trying to be the best on the mic. DJ playing cuts that you like, yeah. It could be the start of your day, or maybe just the end of your night. But if you rock it with us, Patio PolitiCz is gonna do you right. Oh, cause it's right up for life. Trying to be part of your life, yeah. We got whatever you like, Come on and just give us a try, yeah. Cause it's right up for life. Trying to be part of your life. We got whatever you like. Come on and just give us a try, yeah. We hope you stay a while.
Yes, sir. We hope you stay a while, because if you don't, ladies, we will get a mandatory DNA test on you.
What if they ain't got no kids?
I don't give a damn. We still getting that. I got trust issues. You should only be watching the Patio PolitiCz and nothing else. I need to know your loyalty and dedication is to us and not with nobody else, baby.
Man.
Hey, man, welcome back, y'all. Man, we here. We live chopping up big game with my brothers, my riders. Man, great healthy conversation. Now, if you're just tuning in, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Go pass this on and share this with people, man. We need to know this as a community, as a culture of people, and everything. But we talking about, should DNA testing be mandatory? We're going to talk about that on the first portion of the show. And then on the second portion, we're going to talk about the child support lawsuits. Like, what are y'all outlooks on that? So let's start first, man, with the DNA test. Establishing, paternity from day one. What do y'all think about it, man? Should DNA testing be required at birth? You know what I'm saying? To prevent like legal battles and fraudulent shit?
Yes.
What y'all think about it?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Hell yeah. Especially for us though too, right? Because I feel like for us knowing, like guarantee that this baby is ours, man, it's gonna make us show up. Because you know sometimes you might have something in the back of your mind, be like, damn, is it this? Is it that? And it can show up as an argument later. So I'm gonna say hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah. What about you, T? What's your thoughts on it?
I would say yeah, and you know, going back to what you said earlier, man, I know that's gonna piss a lot of people off.
Oh yeah,
but at the same time, it's like you only would be pissed off if you were doing something you ain't supposed to be doing to begin with.
Yeah.
You know.
Now I say hell yes. I say trust is good, but proof is better. So you get what I'm saying?
Because of how history has turned out to be, then yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and
Quick, yeah.
and just, you know, it can be like that. We can get married, but y'all want that proof. Y'all need that marriage certificate. Y'all need the wedding band. You know, I trust that we're married, JT, but I need proof. Proof is better than than trust. So yeah, I say hell yeah to it, man. Yeah. Just like and like Kay said, especially for our people, man, it'd be a lot of fraudulent bullshit going on and fuckery going on.
Well, think about this. Can I just throw this in there to start off, and then y'all think about this and give me y'all opinion?
Yes.
We've already made buffoonery and caricatures from Maury to Love and Hip Hop to the whole like quite frankly, I never even knew what baby mama, baby daddy stuff was until I started hearing our people talk about it when I was able to just pay attention to TV so much, because, you know, I thought that everybody just was doing the traditional thing you see almost most cultures do. Yeah. And so because we've made a caricature out of it, that's why I think, you know, I'm like, for one, it's not gonna hurt anything but somebody's pride somewhere. Yeah. And my thing is this, like, I don't see, of all the situations I've seen where fathers later in life have found out that their kids aren't theirs, I have never seen anybody come back and be able to essentially repay him for what he's lost.
Man, yeah.
What he's put up with. He's essentially gaslit into being told, well, you got the blessing to be a father to this child.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, but you took the opportunity away from me to have my own. You got yours because you know it's yours.
You know it's your, man.
You know.
So you don't need no proof. It's coming out of you. So we know 1,000% that's your child. And a man shouldn't need Murray to find out the truth about his own child. Point blank period about that. You know, and I feel too, you know, a woman, ladies, a woman should want to provide that clarity, to
for
give that man.
If for nobody else.
I mean, just the relief of her man.
Yeah.
Due to the times that we living in, man. You know, because studies show that it's a lot of false paternity cases going on where, women will say that this is a man's child, and then years after, it's not his child.
33% that's reported.
33. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
They probably like, no, it ain't. Yes, it's a lot. It's a lot. That shit should be like 5-10% for us.
Sure, that's
33.
Lot, but yeah.
That's a whole population of people. So should they, when it's situations like that, see, with the 33% fellas, please, I want y'all to add to it too. Should there still be financial responsibilities for the man that's being stepfather in that situation?
What you mean by that?
Give more clarity on the scenario.
If it ain't his, no.
Like, okay, you with a woman for 5 years, y'all have a kid, boom, okay. The kid, then now, okay, then I ain't gonna even put no years to it. You with a woman, she gets pregnant, y'all had a kid, you raising a kid, the kid is 10 years old. You say, something is different. Kid don't look like me, my family saying it. I want to get clarity on this. You go get a private DNA test, you find out the kid ain't yours. You present it to her, she starts flipping out and tripping, all da. Okay, boom. She wants to get you on child support. Now, should you have to still pay for this child after till they're 18, knowing that that's not your child.
Hell.
And the reason she wants to put you on child support is because you're done with her.
Yeah.
You're talking about 10 years of raising another man's child.
Hell fucking.
That she been saying is yours. Got your last name, been around your family, everything. This is your kid, but it's not your kid.
See, but the way that this is always often described on their platforms, and I say them, I mean like when women are discussing this, they are always taking this unique narcissistic approach of it's not about what I did to you, it's about how I feel about how you are responding to what I did to you.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, come on.
Okay.
You just proved a big ass lie.
Yeah.
That essentially changes the trajectory of someone's life, and the best thing you can tell, well, hey, you can at least pretend it's yours.
Pretend.
But I'm saying,
bitch, this ain't pretend city. What are we doing? Play like no.
Yeah.
Pretend.
So but that goes back to what I said about there's nothing that they essentially ever do for fathers who end up in that situation. It's just, well, hey, you had the privilege and the blessing of being able to be that to that child.
Yeah.
It's like, but you took away from me.
Yeah.
And no one acknowledges that. It's the whole, you need to be grateful that you were even allowed to be the father.
Yeah.
Now it's gaslighting.
Now let me ask
Hell
you.
no, I'm gonna say hell no on that. You got us fucked up, man. When it comes to that, I feel like you done robbed me.
Man,
you done had me thinking that this child was mine.
Especially if you're a first time father, and that's something you was looking for.
Now my legacy ain't being left behind. Man, I'm about to go make me a baby for one. I'm about to go make sure I got a baby that's mine.
Message.
Right
Me
out
too.
the door.
And
what?
No doubt, the baby is innocent. The baby has nothing to do with
That's
that.
the part
Should
that
the baby
hurts
go
the most.
without? That depends on the man's decision. You know, if
Yes.
he want to continue on the relationship with that child, then so be it. But he don't have to. He's not entitled to at all.
Yeah. Okay. Now let me just. Okay. I like that. Now, since we talking about the child, fellas, this is where it gets deep, right? Would y'all still, when you terminate her out your life, first of all, would y'all stay with her? Would y'all?
She gone, but the child, though, I will always have a relationship with the child.
That part. Okay. What about you? I'll say the same. I'm gonna still be locked in with the child because what she'll do is use the child as a chess piece on her board.
Yes.
So if you ain't fucking with me, you ain't fucking with him.
Yeah.
And I'm changing his name and all that. Now, me personally, just how I'm cut, I would not terminate my relationship with the child. That's still gonna be son, that's still gonna be daughter, but it's like we collectively should come together and tell the child the truth. But you know how women are. They want to string a lie on to their death or to their deathbed.
Or paint a narrative of you that you
Yeah. So I will be fair, like, nah, let's us come together, even though we ain't dealing with each other no more. It's over for sure between me and you. But let's come together as a unit. Let's figure out how we're going to express this to our child now. I'm going to still be in a child life. But as far as like the duties that the father should do, well, I don't know, man.
I want to say if the
I'll
child allows you to still be there.
This is dad. Your dad for 10 years.
Child fucked up too.
You could or could not be at that point depending on the child. And depending on that child's relationship with the mother. Now that they're finding out everything.
No, I'm saying you in the house, this is your baby.
Well, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Let me ask y'all. Let me ask y'all.
That child know that or whatever. Like say they are 10 or 11 at this point, and they're just finding out, oh, this has been daddy the whole time, but it's not really daddy.
Yeah.
Like it's really up to that child. Like that child could fall on the sides with the mom and be like, all right, well, I'm cool. Or
it wouldn't be if y'all together.
Mom, like, well, yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Like the child from birth, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're dad. This is dad. Him and mommy together. It ain't him and mommy. It's like these are my parents.
Well, yeah.
So
in that case, I would expect for the child to pick.
Let me ask y'all something. Those of y'all that are fathers, especially, because my thing is, it's hard for me to answer your question only because I haven't been even remotely close to that. And I know that I value so much wanting the kid to have both parents and both parents.
And we're going to speak and say affirm that you're not going to go through that. Let's say that now.
Yes, man.
Yeah.
Yes. But it's hard for me to, like when you say, would you be done with her? And I'm like, man, it's so hard because in the back of my mind, it's like, how do you live on, even if you were to stay with a person like that? And this is what I wonder to those who defend the women in this case. How do you even live on with the person, knowing the person you're sleeping right next to, like, slighted you on your offspring?
Yeah,
like
that's
so when they're defending this and they're saying you don't understand what they go through and it's hard for them, and I'm like, do you not understand? Like,
But that's the whole reason of me saying it should be a joint venture of coming together. Because it's like, if I tell our child, well, if I tell your child that I'm not the dad and all that, it's going to paint a bad picture of you. So let's come together and figure out a way to, or let's collaborate.
And that's big of you, because you still trying to preserve her.
Yeah, exactly. To where I'm not shitting on you,
Yeah.
but you can provide context and explanation.
Let's do this the best
But
way.
Or because she might say, okay, let's not tell the child this age. Let's wait till 14, 15.
So I gotta ask.
Or something, you know.
But now I got a problem with that though.
I gotta ask
why
y'all a
her say
challenging
so
question.
over mine now?
Yeah.
Good shit.
Well, no, it
You
wouldn't
done
be.
fucked all this up.
Yeah. Well, it wouldn't be that. I'm saying if y'all come together, maybe she can, you know, provide information that's giving you more logic on saying, okay, well, it's a girl. Maybe that happened to her, or maybe she know like, well, if we tell her this early, it's gonna mess her up psychologically, or you know, she gonna be fucking up in school.
I mean, but what if she been thinking about it?
So here's my
I get
thing.
the
I had a
point,
question.
I'm saying this is for the sake
point.
of the child.
I know, but I'm saying, what if the child been looking at daddy?
Nah, not at 10 years old.
Not at 10.
No,
But let me ask y'all something real quick, because I swear it ties in. When it comes to what you just said there, this is the same when we spoke about generational curses, soul ties, all kind of shit that we do in the black community, where stuff is hidden because of situations like this.
Yeah.
Why then postponing it till years later often just makes it worse? There is no necessarily good time to tell you that, oh yeah, you know what?
But the
purpose being a good time.
I slighted your dad. And
the purpose of the postponement though is so y'all not together, but y'all can co-parent as friends or associates for the benefit and the health of this child now, because now you ain't in the house no more. It's adding layers to what has to be explained to this child that's gonna fuck them up in the long run or whatever the case may be. And if she's a real ass woman, she gonna apologize, say what she need to say. Okay, cool, but she's not gonna strip the innocent
party involved.
Yeah.
In this. We gonna live like this baby ain't got nothing.
She's
to
not
do
gonna
with
say,
this.
well, since you don't want to be with me, she ain't gonna do that spiteful shit. She gonna be a grown ass woman. She gonna take her L, her lesson, and loss in you, but she's not gonna strip your relationship away from that child that y'all created. Y'all gonna come together and figure out a way to make it work together. Y'all don't gotta be together, but just on some co-parenting shit. On some
and this is after he finds out it's not his, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
if he can,
because it's different. Now let me say this, ladies. If you 100 out the gate and you saying, okay, we was on some single shit or we wasn't together, I messed around with my ex, I was messing around with you or whatever. So it's a chance it might be his or yours. And if you still rocking with her, then I would suggest you get a paternity test off the rip to save that heartache.
Yeah.
But she's being 100, so you still like, all right, that was a one-time deal. You don't believe in abortions, whatever the case may be. Cool. Look, I'm gonna still rock out with you. Don't wait till later. Get that shit done ASAP. We ain't speaking to you. You good. Salute to you for being 100 off the rip. But we speaking to the ones who have that in their mind, but they're not saying nothing. They're covering this fucking lie.
Just letting it be.
Letting it be on purpose, you know? So think about that.
I don't say on purpose, I say out of fear.
Man, on purpose. That's on purpose.
No, that's on purpose.
You scary on purpose.
That's that unique narcissism I was talking about, man.
Hey,
Just put it like that, I'll take it.
Yeah.
No.
Hey, but don't go nowhere, man. We'll be back in a tick on the Patio PolitiCz, man. Keep it locked.
Who's G-Lou? Who's G-Lou and who is he today, you know?
Don't bump it, don't count. If it ain't funky, don't bring it around. Gotta make the crowd bounce, bounce, bounce. We make the crowd bounce, bounce, bounce. It gotta sound right and make you feel good. Turn it up real loud when you're riding through the hood. Gotta make the crowd bounce, bounce, bounce. We make the crowd bounce, bounce, bounce.
Close the door, get up out of here because I know it's late. Everyone have a blessed week. I love you all. Oldies rule forever, Holmes.
G-Lou, I'm about to make this shit bounce. Break the weed down so we can blow a whole ounce. It's something like a secret, it's yet to be announced. On my Akinelli shit, I'ma put it in your mouth. Dipping down Broadway, headed to the bricks. Bumping Welcome to LA by the homie Big Sticks.
You are now rocking with the Patio PolitiCz.
Man, I pray that y'all still rocking with us, man, and y'all not upset. If you upset and got a grievance, put that shit in the comments. All y'all that be watching the YouTube and talking shit and texting me, put your text message shit in the comment. You already on the phone. You watching and texting, put your grievance there. What do y'all feel, ladies? Like, because we can always have a part 2 to this. We ain't running from no discussion or fade. We don't do that.
Especially all those that keep on messaging about, when y'all gonna have some more women on there. Well, hell, come on.
They scared. They scared of us, so y'all come.
Because the moment we say, all right, come on, then it's like, oh, I can't make it.
Yeah, but so we was talking about just mandatory paternity testing and everything like that. Now, my rider, King brother, well, did you ask to get a test? Or was it in your mind? You was like, nah, like.
So growing up, I was always in my mind. I was like, no matter what, I'm always gonna get a test. That's how I was brought up.
Yeah.
I was brought up. Mom's always told me like, no matter what. She took me as far as shit. When your girl pregnant, you want to go in there and make sure she peeing on that stick. You want to go into the doctor room because they gonna play games with you.
Message.
All that.
That's game. No, and you got this from a woman.
Yeah. So I did go into it. So before my son, I'm like, man, like if I'm gonna get it, but I didn't. My situation, I know, trust, man, it's a hard thing, man. It's hard to put stuff past certain people, but I was very, very strong and confident that I was good.
Yeah.
And when my son got here, couldn't nobody.
Yeah, couldn't deny it.
Yeah,
couldn't deny it. Now I would say with me, man, I asked for 3. For all 3.
Yeah.
I was like,
for sure. For sure. Man.
Now let me ask a question for just
and then two at birth at the doctor, they were pressing the issue more than me. Now they could have 47 faked me and all that, which it works, ladies. But I was just like, damn, they kind of pressing the issue harder. Where as soon as my child came out, they like, can we get the DNA test? And they like, well, you gotta wait now because they're gonna have to get shot, draw blood. It was a lot of like perimeters we had to go through, and I was just like, okay, well, damn, they pressing this shit harder than me now.
So they press you to do it?
No, they was saying like they want to get it for my security, my comfortability, so I can be at ease.
Good.
Yeah, but I'm saying the day our child was born, I didn't have to they was bringing that shit up like constantly. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Now I wanted to ask a question just for devil's advocate and for the audience members out there, those who may not like us right now. How you just described is the same experience I hope to experience, when my first comes out, because I hear that's like with father's love. They always talk about the first time they held her or him or whoever.
Greatest thing, man.
Greatest thing. Now,
and your bond with the queen, though, too.
Man, that's everything, right?
Having a lady, that's man.
Well, playing devil's advocate here, not devil's advocate, just asking the alternate perspective.
Yeah, for sure.
For those out there that are always defending the woman in this perspective, this is what I'm talking about when they don't think about that. Imagine, I don't even want you to even imagine that, because it's a horrible thought.
Yeah.
That experience that you had of, man, the first time you held him and whatnot, that's what I always hear the fathers talk about.
Yeah.
To find out 14 years later, he was holding a stranger.
Yeah.
To find out X amount of years later.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say holding a stranger. And I only say that because I'm
saying that for dramatic effect right now.
I've been with women that have other kids. And, going into that, how I was cut, my generation, them women was like, man, you fucking with me, you gotta accept my kids too.
Yeah. And that's 100.
Yeah. And that's real, and I took from the women book with that, like, shit, you fuck with me, you gotta accept my babies. Okay. It might be a minute before you even meet my kids, but
okay, let me ask you this then, 5.
Yes, sir.
That's fine. Mm-hmm. So you do that, and then this is your first one with her, and then that happens.
Yeah.
That's even worse.
That's a heartbreaker.
That's even worse.
That's a heartbreak, man.
Because you already accepted. Like the funny thing is, I have a homie that had a similar situation, not where a kid that wasn't necessarily his, but he accepted a woman's kids, and when they got to the place where they wanted to get married, then she switched up and decided she wanted to have no more kids.
Wow.
And he only wanted one. He only wanted one of his own.
But see,
all the shit that they said he should have provided, protected, built her up.
It's unfortunate situations happen because he's one out of a hundreds that's going through that shit now, Ryder, which is wild. And I think when it comes to that, see, it's not us that provides these narratives, my body, my choice. It's the others. They provide that too. They give us trends to follow, and we eat that shit alive and do that. They plant little seeds and we do the watering.
And we run with it.
We run with that shit. And then it becomes on music. It goes on podcasts. Now it's going to the world. Now you hear like narcissism. Women wasn't talking that shit. That's a word that they just start knowing about.
Boundaries, therapy, narcissism,
emotional
intelligence. Yeah.
Come on, man. That's not how we talk. That's not us. Where was the aesthetics in the 60s, the 70s? Emotional intelligence then. So think about it. You know, the women are different now to where they get relationship advice from TikTok and social media. But I'm saying that to say
social media is smart.
All you gotta do is press them. If you ask the 5 whys, we do that as teachers, they do that as psychologists. Just keep on pressing. Why do you think that? Okay, why? Okay, why? Most people get frustrated after you ask them a couple times. Do they even know the definition of the words they're using? Because they're applying it incorrectly.
Yeah. And see, man, that ties back to how you said she didn't want no more kids after, right? I think if we're a unit and we're one, if we're married, that's a choice we have to make.
Yeah.
Now, your body's not your body. My body's not my body. We're one now. So whatever decisions you have to make is now a decision that's going to affect us and our village and our tribe at the end of the day. You know, that's like a man going behind her back. Say if she want more kids and he like, shit, man, I'm gonna go get Snap. You get what I'm saying? That shit in a lot of cases is irreversible.
Yeah.
For a lot of men.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the same thing with her going to get her tube size. Some shit be irreversible to where it's like, nah, you know? So I think that's a conversation that should be had before having any type of kids.
For sure.
Yeah. And always I tell people after your first child, because that's your first child is going to be your test trial to see how y'all parent together, dealing with each other emotions. You're going to see sides of her that hopefully, if you paying attention, you've seen before, maybe in spurts. But you're gonna see a whole different side of her.
Past the ideas, because women, they had this idea of being a mother, but when they actually become it,
it's a different thing. Same thing with living with each other, and marrying. They think a marriage is like a small upgrade from courting and dating and fucking, and it's like it comes with a lot of responsibility. Like you gotta really honor that shit.
And same for us too. Most of the time we have an ability to foresee. Most of us.
And that's because we're more logical.
Yes.
Well, I think we're logical, and then because we know things gonna fall on us, even if you a dude who ain't got it like that, you know that men are expected a role. I don't even believe the dudes who are deadbeats know or honestly walk around thinking like that they not supposed to be having responsibilities as a man. They just choose not to do it.
They just choose not to do it.
And I think as men, we know that, so we foresee it. They a lot of times just, they see motherhood and they just see matching outfits. This cute little thing in my face.
Nah, that's crazy.
They don't see college tuition down the line and getting her hair done every 3 weeks.
They see themselves in another.
A mini.
Now
that's why we need to change the narrative too, man. You talk about my choice, my body, my seed, my deed.
Man, come on, man. Message. They ain't gonna like that. That's bullshit. Fuck that podcast. You wasn't faithful anyway, so get the fuck off. Bye.
I'm so tired of these black men in these podcasts.
Choose when you plant that motherfucker, black man.
Man, come on, man. That's a panel full of narcissists. They narcissistic. They lack emotional. Okay, yeah.
They hate black women. They hate their mothers.
So let's go trust versus truth. Do y'all think, like, talking about this topic, mandatory testing creates distrust between the black man and black woman? No. Does it create a culture of distrust between black men and black women?
Depending on how you look at it, though. I feel like it'd be those possessive people, man. I feel like it's something underneath it I can't articulate. Because if it's a problem, if it's not a problem, then what's the problem?
Well,
exactly.
It shouldn't strengthen it in most cases.
No, it doesn't.
Shout out to the women, man, that when the dude asks that, you like, for sure, hell yeah, like, that's cool. Man. Shout out to you, man. Thank you. And shout out to the women that are overstanding of why a man may have his reasoning for wanting to get it.
Man. And sometimes he can he can have a great idea that, man, you right here, but that extra cushion underneath just means that he just know for a fact, like, man, I'm about to
go all the way.
Ladies, and sometimes that's what we need as men. Just like y'all need that validation.
Yeah.
We be needing that to give our all sometimes as men. Speaking for some of the brothers out there.
Also, the one thing that nobody can answer and nobody can provide context on is when it comes back that he is not the actual father, there's nothing waiting at the end of the rainbow for him but shame. And people gaslighting him.
So
and I go around your neck. I need all that.
Yep. Hey, so speaking on that, let's go to the legalities of it. Should a man be able to sue for damages for falsely being named the father?
That's depending on the man.
I say, yep.
I would say,
I'm emotionally torn.
Yep.
I don't know if I ever want to have a kid.
You man, nah, for real, you broke me. You broke me.
I mean, y'all laughing, but I even though I ain't been in the situation, when I like I said, what triggered me the most about this is even hearing you describe that experience, because I've heard so many fathers describe that, and the mere fact of having that robbed from you.
It's the realest shit ever.
This ain't even a question, Five. Hell yeah.
But see, here's where I'm different though, and it might change over the course of time. I can't imagine getting my time. Like, you can't get your time back, and that's the most valuable thing of the situation itself.
You can't.
So if I'm ever put in a situation like that and I'm just finding out and it's practically too late, fuck it. What's the best thing that we could do here? Like, I'm not looking to make this no worse. I'm not looking to take you down. Like, even though I was robbed, we were all robbed of something. How can we repair, if there is repairable things here, or how can we move forward? I wouldn't slam the book down on her or nothing.
It's insurance for that riders and black men is so pivotal and important, because like, I went through that, so I know like that you don't want to go through that feeling of looking at your child and be like, damn,
is you, ain't you?
Yeah, are you, or is it somebody else?
I want you to be, but
yeah, because it happens. It happens to the greatest of them. You know what I'm saying? And then you have to start thinking like, damn, how would I treat this child if it's not mine? Do you know what I'm saying?
Remember the show we did? It was last year or last season about the Brazilian show. Remember?
Yeah.
With the dude Tomas.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and you look at similar situation now. Though he was treating the kid differently. Though I don't know what it's like to be y'all.
If I'm gonna stay, I'm not gonna do that. But yeah,
right. But however, say you aren't doing that.
Yeah.
How do you, in the back of your mind, like, nobody? When I say there's nothing else at the end of the rainbow, all everybody wants is, well, don't overreact so that the woman can be at peace. It's about her, because you didn't understand what she
that's bullshit. But when you talking about a child, it's about both. It's about all y'all mainly.
But there's nothing for the father at the end of the rainbow. You're simply told that you need to feel blessed that you get the opportunity to be fucked over. Like
and that's why it needs to be something at the end of the rainbow for the father, and it has to be something more than consideration in a weak ass fake apology. And apology is an action.
It ain't even an apology half the time.
That's what I'm saying.
A lot of times it's, I was young, or it just happened, or I didn't know what to do. And it's like, yo, but you changed the trajectory of my life. And so and where it really gets messy too is going back to what we spoke on, generational curses. Man. And multiple people being affected.
Yeah.
Child affected. Yeah, she's affected. You're affected. The rest of the family's affected. But guess what? Then everybody is blaming how they're affected on you, the father.
But how my thing is, how is she affected when you was out hoeing? You did that. You have to honor that.
It's never her fault.
Well, like in that show. Remember how she was acting victimish even when he went to prison?
Yeah, I think that's a worldwide thing though, Rada, and that shit got to stop. And I believe because of the shit like Tomas in the show, and you got pushovers that just, it's cool. Nah, it's not cool.
She sent him to prison for 12 years.
It's a curse.
Yeah,
it's a curse.
Send him to prison for trying to accept her shit.
But it ain't
gonna guilt you.
Well, they sent him to prison for trying to defend the dude who wasn't the good father.
But I mean,
fight the dude.
And I ain't even gonna say I'm gonna play devil's advocate. We have to be accountable too, though, man. We got to be able to see these ways in these women before we put a seed in them, man. Because remember, the seed comes through us.
Absolutely.
Through us to them. We got the key.
Ultimate choice.
We got the key to unlock the door and open it.
We reckless.
Absolutely.
But that's where we have to be. That can't be an excuse. You got to be accountable. Because when your reckless ass gonna be in court, crying like a baby, saying I shoulda, woulda, coulda, and it's gonna be too late.
We led to it.
Yeah. So and then just even too, for the women out there, for their perspective, is mandatory testing an attack on y'all? You know what I'm saying?
You should really want to know.
Yeah, but it could be that, or is it a necessary protection for men, ladies? So before we go into our commercial break. I want to lead in with that, you know.
And then what's the alternative for men who get lied to? Is it just gaslighting at the end?
Yeah. See. So, hey, while y'all sit on that, man, we gonna go take these breaks and we'll be back, man. That's it with the Patio Politics.
You are now rocking with the Patio PolitiCz.
It's me this time, not Mac.
I mean, because I'm just sitting over here in thoughts. Y'all really got me thinking. Like, I don't wish, but like, I can't imagine being in any of those type of scenarios, especially with how bad I want to be a father, like, and how bad I want a family. Like, I would lose my shit.
Put that shit. You need to start saying that affirmation, man.
I would lose my shit.
You have to. Just that you're not gonna go through that shit.
But you know what? To you five in UK, being that to me, you know, as upstanding as y'all are, and you know what I
thank you, brother.
What I look forward to, yeah, I mean that really. As upstanding as y'all are, and what I look forward to, I look at the complaints constantly in our community about lack of fatherhood or lack of father involvement, or what dads need to be and black men need to fix their mental health and all that stuff. And it's like, well, how come we not addressing the stuff like this that's adding to it?
Yeah.
You know, you know, because I mean, put it this way: if that happens to a guy who is actually like he said, looking forward to being a great father, myself included, so those guys just need to, you know, get over it and go in the corner and fuck themselves, so they can be a let it go, so she doesn't have to feel bad.
That's crazy.
That's basically what they're being told. It's gaslighting, man.
That's crazy as fuck.
That's what it is.
But that's what they do. So now this is where we come to the other portion of our show, right? Child support. Is it a financial trap, or, you know, an asset? Is it
it's a financial
better for the well-being of the child? Fair justice, or like a trap?
I feel like it's never fair for the child. Just on the outside looking in, it's never for the child, because I've seen women that receive that not use it for the child and for everything else but the child. You know what I'm saying?
So
that's what tarnishes it to me.
I'm gonna say, if it was really for the child, why don't we hone in on the basic needs? Yeah. Like, let's just make sure the basic. I mean,
why don't
why don't they trap? Then why don't they track it like they track everything else?
Yeah, to where it's going, it can only go in these categories.
Yeah. So okay, so say for example,
that's what I'm saying. That I feel like it is a trap. I feel like it is a trap, and it's
because why can't y'all work together at that point?
What King brother tell me, he said, don't the government take taxes out of that?
Yep.
Yeah.
The government
capitalism.
Capitalism. Government is, man, come on.
Yeah, because if that's the case, man, what you got to understand, the government does be involved, because they start garnishing checks, garnishing your wages, garnishing your taxes.
But she's not getting the full amount that they garnish.
She's not, but it's still a way to track us, to make sure they got our eye on how we spending our money, right?
Oh, they can for sure.
But it can be something how they have with the county and GR, to where if you're getting food stamps for a particular thing, if you're homeless, you got to go to a specific certain locations to buy hot meals, to get hot food. Otherwise your card ain't gonna work. They can track it like that, to where you can go to a certain amount of stores. You can go to like Children Place, these places, and then she needs to report every month. Yeah, like, if you spend $300, that's what you're getting. $500, $1,500, whatever's accumulated have to be in them receipts.
Clothes, food.
Yep. School supplies. Yep. School tuition.
So let me
all that shit. Medical, all that.
Let me ask you this, just a little pushback on that as well too, because I have seen both sides and seen those who abuse it, and I think those who abuse it mess it up for those who want to use it constructively.
Oh yeah.
Because I think you could track it entirely, I also see that maybe what you need is instead of these judges that are, you know, a lot of times against the men, and particularly black men, why can't you have sessions where you go in there and just review over time? Okay, what has this been going towards, and so what are the plans for the kids in the future and whatnot? So we know now. Because when you see miscellaneous purchases, you can relate to, okay, this is what we've been doing. This went to football. This went to basketball. This went to,
they know it'll be an uproar with that. Because
it's too easy to do, though.
Yeah, it's too easy to do, but they know if they do that, man, this whole shit gonna flip upside down. Yeah, they know that, and that's
because it's not actually about helping the family.
Exactly, that'll be fair justice. But then you got some women who it's fair justice for those who the dude did leave out their life, and they got to find a way to catch this nigga because he done ran off on some nigga shit.
Right.
And I feel it's fair justice for them in that sense. But you got some instances where I done came across a lot of cats where, man, these dudes paying almost $2 a month and don't see their child. Man. And they like, man, I work 7 days a week, or 6 days a week. Man. So they barely making ends meet. You know what I'm saying? Or got to do under the table shit.
Like financial support is the only one. What about the mental support?
The
emotional support.
Exactly. And it's like, shit, if your mental ain't right, how you gonna work?
Man.
You get what I'm saying?
Man.
How you gonna provide?
She don't care about all that.
Well, I mean, that shit was designed, man, to fuck us over. At the end of the day, man. It's like, we gonna break you either way. And how the government work is like, okay, it's cool if you get on county. Now we gotta be your daddy. We gonna come after the nigga. We gonna come after your dude. So I seen the instances where it be couples still together and they just not, you know, financially, it ain't coming together. But they're doing their best to raise a kid, and the woman get on county to have better support for their family and their kid. They'll come after the dude with his name on a birth certificate. I mean, out of nowhere. And say he do get a job, his job still ain't enough to pay rent and all this. They garnishing shit out of his check. And the couple's together.
See, and that's how you find out too that the amount that they garnishing is not going to her.
Yeah. No, but in this instance, whatever the county, the government is helping them with, they're using that for food, for clothes for their kid and all that. But once the dude, the child's father, even if they together, start getting a job, they're going to garnish his check because they're like, shit, she got to pay back what we was giving her since we've been playing daddy, because we basically taking care of y'all child.
What I hate about that
unless
too
unless the brother do something like she say that he's contributing in some type of way in some cases, and then they'll cut back on yours.
They'll cut back.
On what you got to get.
Yeah.
Have y'all ever heard or seen it happen on the other spectrum, to where the shoe is on the other foot?
With women getting hit?
Yes. And it actually happening and standing and like
she getting served.
She getting served. She got to pay over. And that only occurs if she's making more money than you.
Okay.
Because once before that whole child support shit, y'all both got to bring in proof of income. How y'all making y'all money, and that's when the judge determines. Like, so in a lot of situations, that's why with celebrities, we know because we in entertainment. We know how you'll have your highs, and then you might have a drought where you ain't doing shit for a year or two, where ain't nothing coming. You ain't, the bag ain't bagging. So, with a woman to be like, nah, he get this and that, and where dummies make they shit at, they put everything on a fucking phone, and that's a form of proof to say, like, how you saying you bankrupt or you ain't booking shit, but you got a stack of money to your ear and doing all this, and you in cars, and you, the judge is like, nigga, you own
stupid
$5,000 a month. And it is exactly. She can have a nursing job and really be making more than you through this year. But because of that proof of your dumb ass flossing and tossing, flipping and tripping, one come up, you done
Hey, and if you really do for your kids, keep your receipts.
Man,
keep your receipts. Yeah, that part.
Make it easy.
That part.
Simplify it.
The more organized you are in court, the greater your case is gonna be for you. Because when you go into this system, Rada, they paying attention to everything. Your dress attire, your mannerisms, your character, everything. They're reading you. They're reading the fuck out of you. And if you go in there on nigga shit, they gonna give you that, and they want to give you that to keep your child in the system. So parents, man, if y'all can prevent from putting your child in the system, man, please do that. Make a way to make it work. Trust me, I know it seems impossible, even at the moment in time, because both parties are in the heat of their emotions. Like, fuck you, nigga.
Think about the child.
But it's like, y'all got to think about the baby, the trauma it's causing the child. the strongholds that are over y'all life. Look at y'all parents and what y'all parents probably was going through. If you got a single mother, this and that, man, all that shit counts for what's getting ready to be poured into your child. So, man, if y'all could just sit as two mature adults and get together and collaborate as y'all did in conceiving the child,
man,
do that, man, and work it out and keep y'all children out that system, please, man, for real though.
Because it's like somebody else dictating the life that you created.
Yes.
That is crazy.
Being forced to be responsible is crazy.
Yeah. Well, what do you mean by that?
Yeah.
The fuck you mean by that,
man? Yeah, Mac. Hold up.
You gotta clean that up.
About that being cussed out by no women, man. What do you mean by that?
We might clip that, man.
Yeah.
It's for everybody across the damn board on both damn sides. What? Are you fucking kidding me?
So you,
wait, no.
But you gotta add context to that.
What are you saying?
It's so broad.
Yeah. Are you talking about
zoned in on something?
You sound like you saying when she trap us, that's like if she get pregnant, she saying she keeping it, she trapping. Like
nah.
That's okay. You gotta add context to that.
That's the her body, her choice shit, right?
We're talking about the money aspect at this point.
Oh
now,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. Okay, I'm just making sure, man.
and you know what?
Took that and went to the beginning of the show. Like, wait a minute.
Hey, you ain't about to hold me responsible for shit. What you talking about?
Yeah, that part.
Are you talking about somebody else?
What the fuck you did?
You talking about somebody else determining what you got to be responsible?
Yeah, because it's like all right, I put that baby in her. So what? I'm out of here. Oh, y'all found me. Y'all fit to make me pay. Shit, fuck it.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
Because then it's just like, why not work together at the same point? Because like looking at the ones that go, all right, well, you don't want to accept your responsibility. Fine, fuck it. I don't need you here.
Yeah.
I can do this by myself. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I feel like if both parents are equal, right? That's what they say. Why do one have to have more financial obligations than the other?
Right. And finding out that shit ain't even really true.
Yeah.
The mama get 51 and we get 49.
Man, that part. Yeah. Man. So y'all still get more. Even if it's a couple more. Man, for real. Message.
Y'all make it sound scary, man, but I'm praying.
Hey, Ryder, no, it's a nightmare.
It's terrible.
It's a nightmare if you pick the wrong one. It is.
I got a good one, and I'm grateful for her.
Yeah.
That shit has scared me for years.
And this is what I tell people, man. You gotta pay attention.
Got a good man right here.
Yeah, that part. You gotta really know who you dealing with, man. And people say they always have this thing a lot, and I hear this from a lot of women. Well, he changed. He changed. Well,
you changed too.
The whole he changed and I was tricked.
It comes from this. Well, women, I want y'all ladies to understand this. Yes, a man is gonna change when you tell him to inside you. He do it with your command in the heat of the moment because you said do it. And then after, you're pregnant. And you just say, instead of having a conversation about what y'all gonna do with the child, y'all just say, oh, I'm pregnant and I'm keeping it. Not we keeping it. Or baby, what do you think we should do? And all that. A lot of times y'all women don't even allot us the opportunity to have input in any of that shit. When y'all do that and y'all start making it a dictatorship instead of a partnership, yes, that's when change is going to happen. Nobody wants to be dictated, you know what I'm saying? Nope. Or controlled, or something that they put half in on a baby, a person taking full charge of that and saying, nah, this is mine. You got to follow the rules because it's my baby. That's that it's my party, I cry if I want to mentality.
Man,
shit.
Possession is 9/10 of the law type shit.
Exactly. And that's what y'all become when it shouldn't be a I thing. It should be a we thing. Right. So it ain't you're pregnant, we're pregnant, especially if that's my child. So what are we going to do now that we're pregnant? What steps do we need to take? But when y'all make it a dictatorship,
they're not gonna do that.
Well, okay, then they're gonna keep being in the same situation they in. That's why I'm lacing them with knowledge. Not even game, it's knowledge, it's common knowledge.
Man.
Like, look at the countries. What happens when a dictatorship is in formation? The people rebel, people don't want to listen, they hate the president. Man. You cannot be the president of your relationship. Y'all should be equal heads and coming together to make a joint decision on what to do in this child's life, whether y'all keeping the child or getting rid of the child. Man. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and that's when he changed for a lot of y'all that's saying that, especially if you didn't tell him I didn't believe in abortions until after you get pregnant.
You made him change.
Yeah, you know.
You changed.
Well, it's always that you hear them start sentences, well, what I'm going to do. Or well, I'm about to. Yep. About you, but I'm about to.
Yeah, so I'm.
So
that's that selfish.
They're creating the separation right there. Like, no, this is my possession.
And it ain't all of y'all, man. So shout out to the real ones out there, man, who have that conversation and say, hey, baby, what are we gonna do? Man, shout out to y'all because y'all real and it needs to be, we need y'all on the podcast so y'all can explain y'all story and share y'all testimony on, the trials and transgressions y'all went through. So we not bashing y'all.
Nope.
We just making sense out of a lot of this shit.
Help the rest of them.
Because the cats who do run away and just disappear entirely, yes, let Uncle Sam catch up to them.
Yeah.
They're the ones who really need to be the what do you call it? The face of this and not every other guy, because there's so many cats out there. It wasn't even until I opened my mind to listening to more guys who have kids on their stories and I'm like, dang, you know what? Fathers really don't get to tell their stories a lot of times. Man. So when that was why when I mentioned earlier off the show about all these chicks now that are saying, I can't stand all these black men with podcasts and all these black men talking to me. I was like, well, a lot of this stuff is stuff they weren't never able to tell.
Yeah, but I mean, they don't
really
No, go ahead, Rod.
I would say, we don't really get a chance to express our emotions.
Thank you.
And a lot of times, and when we do express our emotions, it's always met. It's funny how they like to meet us with something logical at the times or some more emotions to get it back to where sometimes we just allow the opportunity to just feel. And we do have moments where we just feel. And we do have a logical approaches to a lot of things, but there's always underneath that we don't share because we leave that room for y'all.
Man, that part.
Like I said earlier, we don't get the opportunity to be victim. Man. Never. It's never our turn to be victim. Man.
But T said something earlier that was so funny. Like those are not women. Those girls, man, they kids that's traumatizing. You said that they say, man, they need to get off the podcast and go to therapy. Bitch, this is therapy. This is therapy.
For sure.
So no, this is therapy.
I've seen them at all ages though. I've seen older ones and younger ones.
That's why I said those are not women though. Those are not women. We got to stop putting title to age. Like some people, you got 50-year-old kids, 60-year-old kids, 70-year-old kids, and they're comfortable in their way of just being that child.
Yeah. Facts.
Yeah, so like
little grandma,
little grandma, baby grandma. Get your old ass out of here, man. Hey, don't go nowhere. We know you're mad. Get out your feelings. Get out your feelings. Get out your feelings, man. Hey, don't go nowhere. We'll be back in a tick on the Patio PolitiCz. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
A culmination of powerful properties that create balance and produce good energy. Cultivating a culture of mindfulness is a daily battle. We target your inner me. Physiological effects, change you can truly feel. Aesthetically pleasing on the surface, but handmade to help you heal.
You are now rocking with the Patio PolitiCz.
Come on, man.
I ain't do it.
Man,
did it.
Welcome back, man. Welcome back. Prayfully, y'all out y'all feelings, man. We here, we live. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. We love y'all, ladies. We love y'all old kids too. The old women, the young old women, the little grandmas, and little mamas, man. We love y'all too, fellas. Though, I feel like a man shouldn't go to jail if he's broke. Like, don't send him to jail because he's not able to pay child support. Give him options,
man.
What's
give
the
him
child
options.
support for?
That's what
you about to make it harder for me to now.
Exactly. Don't give him. Man, don't send him to jail. Give him options, not a prison sentence. That's the thing, man. And it's like it's fucked up because I have yet to hear any stories or see any stories where women get sent to prison for they shit like that.
And that's why
it's systematic though.
Yeah, of course. But
it's systematic because nobody expects you to think critically and impress Uncle Sam. Like, okay, if you already can't afford this, and you're doing it to help your own child, now locking you away where you can't even be seen and can't even work.
Yeah,
it's supposed to help you, and then when you get out, now you've got that black mark on your record.
Man, the systematic shit that we go through, the oppression of the system, is so fucked up and corrupt. You look at school shit, right? They don't teach us about child support. They don't teach us abstinence like that. They teach us like if you're gonna have sex, use protection. They teach us the forbidden.
Like condoms on child support.
Man, nah, for real. But they teach us and that started making me think like, damn, man, are they putting something in the condoms too for us to? Because I remember at one point, man, me too. Like, I think they do that because they was giving us that shit and we was getting condoms in I think middle school.
Yep. Wow.
The different color condoms.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Nah. Yeah. And then when you go to the clinics, they have them right there for free. So I'm like, hold up, man.
Durex.
Yeah, they be too small for one. You know what I'm saying? Message. But I'm like, man, it's Durex, yo.
The Durex, the old plastic ones that break.
Man, but I'm like, man, Magnums cost, but then I ain't got no Magnums in this motherfucker, man. What's up? Like, but nah, that shit is trippy, man. But they don't teach you about like child support or the ins and outs of what happened if you get somebody pregnant. Like I remember in 8th grade, they made us do a project where we had to walk around with a baby.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. You remember that?
Yeah.
It was a health class.
I saw people do that.
And that shit was crazy because I'm like, damn, what are they preparing us for? Like I was thinking that then, like,
they had babies in middle school.
Yeah,
female
or high school. Or high school.
You know what's funny? They don't do that in white schools.
That's crazy.
They don't.
They
really don't. And the interesting
just
thing,
the inner city schools, the hood schools.
But think about also sex ed, or when they do explore the topic, it's in a way to kind of like tempt your mind about it because they don't really answer all your questions straight up. And then it's always being taught by people who ain't even old enough to even know how.
Depending on your teacher.
But the point I'm making is that like they teach it to you in such a way that makes it like the forbidden fruit.
Yeah.
You want
to make you like, damn.
I'm more curious about this now.
I wonder how I feel. I wonder how I feel without the condom. And then once you get a taste of that, hell breaks.
Lead you to prom night or the years right after.
Especially if it's somebody that you in a monogamous relationship with. Yes. Think about high school. You got your girlfriend, she got you. Y'all might go a few rounds here and there with a condom, and then it's gonna be that one time where you do bite that forbidden fruit, and it's gonna change your shit up. Where you like, damn, and then she gonna like it too. They know this shit, and when she like it, it's gonna be like, well, I ain't got. Over. Now you leaving your condom on purpose. You beating your shit like, no, I ain't.
Well, if you and if you cool, ain't had, cool. If that you part, nobody instill in you. I mean, the importance of protection. If you got your first experience of being taught about it in school or by somebody outside of your family, you ain't gonna value that shit. That's why you always hear cats, I ain't using condoms.
But yeah,
because what are you really scared of? You're not scared of the disease.
They teach us how to protect that, like that is protection for that, but it don't protect soul ties and your broken heart.
Facts.
You get what I'm saying? It don't protect that. Facts. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like shit.
We'll give you aid towards the bad things, or could potentially be bad.
Yeah, they give you a fucking to the bad shit because it draws you to it. It draws you to it. But on the subject of like cats going to jail for that shit, like I think they OD in the situation with that, man. Like if he not paying and he just ain't shit dude, man. Okay,
yeah.
Like they're gonna get what's deserved to them. We're not saying that they shouldn't get that. They deserve it for being ain't shit and not taking care of their child. But I'm talking about the ones who you done garnished his check. Life didn't hit him and he can't provide, and then he's already going through traumatic shit, not being able to see his child as much as and
you don't want gatekeeping on that.
Only way I feel like, and this is from movies I've seen, that men gatekeep is when we got more money than her and power. You got money and power, then you fadangle the whole. She might get child support, but then if you get full custody, this and that, and that's if you're the sole provider. House in your name, you take care of the kids, all that shit. She want to leave out the house and go live her life, and the kids go to school in that area. That's when the man has probably the upper hand.
See, but most of those scenarios, I found that it's too much that has to go conveniently right. For him, like cats that I worked with before, when I listen to their stories, and they're like, basically, you have to be able to prove to the court that she's beyond unfit. Like you got to catch her with a, putting a needle in her arm,
Why we gotta prove so much,
man?
I think 92% of the time,
great responsibility,
man. That part,
that's the power we have.
So let me ask y'all this, right? If a woman it's her body, her choice, she makes the decision on if she gets to keep the child or not. Should we be able to have legal decision making ability to say if we want to support the child or not?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. Hell yeah. Don't get me wrong. Like, it takes two to tango. The fact that the baby is here, it's an issue. You're like, y'all should have thought it up way before that point.
Her body, her choice. My wallet, my pocket.
Just don't want to tangle. Like,
the fact that the whole turkey basting is a thing now and cats getting lied to.
man, what? Put hot sauce in the condom?
That's extra, man. See, that's on us. You gotta know you fucking with, man. You gotta know the scallywags, man, and the flip. You gotta know that shit, man.
Don't put.
You gotta background check and fact check a lot of these women, man, and dudes don't be doing their research.
For sure.
Cause how good she look and all this shit, man. Our first date, I'm interrogating you, man. It's gonna be a great conversation or an interrogation.
Yeah.
However you look at it.
This the person that's you're gonna be leaving with a part of you. Like, imagine if you not here, your baby is gonna be stuck with this lady.
Man,
if she's somebody you don't trust behind closed doors, or if you can't, trust to do everything without you being there, man, don't do it.
Yeah, and see, now we're coming into the witching hour of the show, right? So, and where wins become losses and losses become wins, right? And we dropping knowledge on y'all. Now, like, we've and I'll let y'all go too. We got like 2 minutes, but we have to do a greater job of just, like, it ties down to the other shit we talked about prior, having a greater discernment, man, and knowing these and being accountable for our shit. It looked good when she twerking and all this shit in the club, bottle popping and yada yada yada, and you spinning a bag on her and all this shit. But this is somebody, like, you're lusting over, not loving over. You get what I'm saying? So understand that if she's partaking in that lifestyle, then she may partake in that lifestyle after she's pregnant and after the baby is got. And you just gonna be a dummy raising a child on his own while she out at the club, popping bottles still, twerking and working and all that shit. So we got to do a greater job of having a discernment and watching who we plant our seed in, fellas. We done said this countless amount of time. We know it's tempting like a motherfucker, man. But, sometimes temptation is a gateway for betrayal. So y'all gotta understand that, man. Y'all gotta understand that. That's what I gotta say with that, man.
I'll speak on the fact that this tends to pertain more often than not to people who are, credit to what you were saying, being irresponsible. I think more often than not, when I've had these conversations about such similar things, it's because there's this notion of, it just happened. I was young and whatnot. It's like, well, going back to what I said on other shows, if there was even a plan in place that we wanted to eventually have a family, but then maybe this happened sooner than we expected, well, at least there was something in place before, so it shouldn't hopefully have to get to this point, because mandating DNA tests is not about claiming that half y'all ladies out there are liars. It's about the fact that it always happens in messy situations.
Yep, exactly.
Look at people who have planned families. They don't deal with this kind of stuff. And planned families is not about the man having a whole lot of money before you can do it. It's just, do y'all have a plan together for this?
Yeah.
So if people are just fucking and this happens, this is a lot of times is applying to those type of situations, because that's when a lot of times the mother can become possessive and then guys end up in these scenarios. So that's what I have to say on it.
Yep.
Man, I'm gonna say, don't have no baby with somebody you wouldn't want to be. Like, if you can't look at this person and dissect this person and be like, damn, this person got some characteristics that I embody myself, man, don't leave your seed with that person. And the intentions is everything. Children, they're not solely for us. Like, they're not coming to this world to save us. A lot of times they gonna be here and we gonna be gone. Yeah. So we gotta remember that we are the guys.
Yep.
And that if we not setting up a life for them, for when we not here, what are we doing? You know, we supposed to be making them greater. And because they that's the truest legacy that we could leave behind.
Come on.
I mean, y'all done pretty much said it all. So, to all the ladies that's out there looking to do it the right way. Instagram, you already know how it goes. Come my way. Man, come my way. Come up over here. Yeah. Shout outs to y'all, though, 5K, for being fathers. You know what I'm saying? Doing it the right way and going against the current. You know what I'm saying? Swimming upright the way that you need to be, regardless of how tough that stream or that upswim may be. Two stand-up guys, and I'm proud of y'all. For real.
Great looking, man.
Great looking, comrade.
Trust is a good thing, you guys, but proof is everything. And the proof is in the pudding. So, You know, if you feel apprehensive or you're going to feel some type of way or slighted, ladies, because of the trust issue, then I feel that you and whoever you decide that you want to have the child by, because it's y'all choice too. Y'all, and honestly, y'all already make the choice before we do, because y'all have to give us permission to insert ourselves or enter your body in your portal. So y'all already made the choice, but just make sure before you do that, like Kay said, make sure you're going to have a child by somebody that is a reflection of you, or that you would want your child to be like, because it's going to be half of him and it's going to be half of you at the end of the day, man. So make the right decisions. Don't cuss the dude out because he won't proof, man. Give him that proof and watch what type of father he be. That's my word, man. But make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. Talk all y'all shit in the comments, man. If y'all want to come on the show so we can have a part 2, man, we'll welcome it. We got room. We got room. We got drinks. We got food. We got everything you need. Hey, we got everything. Hey, we got everything you need, man. So, man, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Shout out to all the sponsors again, man. Please like, share, subscribe, and keep it locked, man. You already know what it is. Underneath the patio, the Patio PolitiCz, and we out like this.